Welcome back to the channel. Fantastic Four set just got revealed wherever this is. I know this price is not right. Maybe looking like an overseas price. Not 100% sure where this is getting revealed at. Saw it on X, Twitter, and saw it once on Instagram. Now I know the price of the set. We are going to get into that. Want to talk about, I guess, the good first before we get into any of the bad stuff. But to start off, first Fantastic Four set. Literally been waiting for a Fantastic Four set since the Lego Marvel Superheroes game came out. And now it is still a movie-based set, but I think it looks pretty decent for what it is. I was expecting this to be a lot worse. Now, the minifigures themselves, I think Johnny looks okay. I'm not too big of a fan of the design of the costumes for the movie. They're whatever. I like the hair. I think the face looks fine. Flame effects, nothing too special there. I wish he had more accessories. I hope later we eventually get one with stretchy arms. But for what they did, I think it's fine. Having Pedro Pascal play him, I'm personally not a fan of, but whatever. So heads, whatever there. Sue, think she looks fine. Nothing too special there. The thing everybody's talking about, he got leaked a little while ago. I think the new piece for the head looks all right. The using the gauntlets is not surprising, but he either should, he should have been a big fig. They don't do those anymore. He should have been a big fig. Or had a specialized torso, which they don't do much anymore, like for Nexo Knights. Trying to think. Mr. Incredible had it in the game. I'm trying to think what else they even used him for. Can't think. But he should have been different. So it's whatever. We knew this was going to happen. This is not a surprise, but for it to be accurate, it should have been a big fig. And as much as I'd rather have comic figures, hopefully they do comic figure at some point and make it a big fig, which I don't see them doing. This still should have been a big fig, but I don't think looks horrible for what it is. Figures on their bottom, logo on the side. So I'm wondering if this was the only set that was leaked for the movie. I'm assuming this is the only set we are going to get. But Boxworks, whatever, they're on the side. Fantastic Four versus Galactus construction figure. Okay, now on Galactus, the kind of more important part for me. Now, to have an accurate Galactus, we already know the set is not accurate because of the thing. It should have been so much taller. Way bigger. Maybe in the future they'll do like a Daily Bugle set worth $250. Give us a big Galactus. Don't know how they do that. We're having the Mecha Team Leader from Fortnite. Maybe they can do something similar to that. That would be great. That would be the best Galactus ever they could give us. But for what this is, it being a construction figure, I don't think is horrible. It could have looked a lot worse. Could have looked a lot better. Let's get into them here. Starting off, which we will see more in the back of the box then, but they have studs here for the figures to stand on the head. I don't know if there's somebody else. I love they did that. You can have them holding the figs very easily. I also like that they used the Exo-Force arms and not the new claw pieces they're using. I'm not too big of a fan of the claw pieces. So hands, legs, working in torso. Were these introduced, I think, with Nexo Knights in Trans Orange? Now have them in black. That is going to be awesome. I was hoping these are going to be prints. This looks like a sticker. I'm going to assume these are stickers too. But I think those pieces are new in that color and the navy blue, so that's nice. I think this also does look a lot better than I would have thought it would, but still looks kind of stands out here. We'll see what that looks like in person. But besides that, I think it's just the normal construction figure, torsos, whatever. Probably another sticker there. Head, I think, looks okay. Sides look a little bit off, especially with that stud here. I think it's fine for what it is. I'm really hoping this is a print, not a sticker. We'll find out. So I think Galactus looks fine. Is he amazing by any means? No, but I'm somewhat surprised with them. Thought he was going to look a lot worse. back of the box. Better look at the minifig stands thing here. Of course, can hold them, whether it be standing or sitting on the little stud. Human Torch, let's see. So there's just an axle here it connects to. Not too sure what the point of the arrows in is. Is there a play feature there? I'm not too sure. It works fine, I think. I love that you can have all 4 of them on him. I think they did an amazing job with that. Another look at some of the either prints, most likely stickers. Better look at the head. Why is... So I feel like something should have been here. Maybe another cheese slope. Is there also a spot there at the head, or is there a hole? I'm not too sure. That looks interesting. But box art, nothing else too special going on here. I guess clear picture at some of the effect pieces. Clear picture at Invisible Woman. Nothing too special going on here. Now, there's the good, there's some bad, the price point. Now, let me put the price on my phone to say, yeah, it is 427 pieces. Okay, I thought this was rumored at 40 or 50 bucks. It was kind of small. It made everybody worried, which I will say, it is a construction figure that goes for, what, were they 25, then went up to 30, and then they go to 35? Something like that. I know I'm wrong there on the prices. The only other expensive construction figure we got was was Falcon a little bit more, and Green Goblin. Could be wrong there. And then the Batman, which I just recently found on clearance for like 30 bucks with the Batcycle. And that was like 65 bucks. So, speaking of that, the set itself, I was 100% going to pick it up. It was 40 bucks. If it was 50 bucks, most likely still pick it up. It is 60 bucks. As much as I want this just for Galactus, I will be waiting for a sale. 60 bucks is just a hard pill to swallow for this. 4 minifigures. I think that's Hawkeye's hair. I mean, there's new prints besides the Thing's headpiece. And even Galactus, I don't think there's any new molds. I mean, a ton of new prints, but it's just basically a $30 figure with 4 minifigs, and they're charging 60 bucks for it. Of course, everybody's going to buy it because first Fantastic Four set. Also, it is beside the end of the Across the Spider-Verse set, which was 50 bucks. And was overpriced as heck. Basically, same. I'm just going to assume the same box size. So, just why is it 60 bucks, man? I mean, I really didn't complain about it as much as I could have, and as much as I know other people will, but this is not worth 60 bucks. Now, I guess I even see it being 50. I mean, for minifigures, it's a big fig. Big fig itself's 30, so whatever there, but I will probably pick this up on a sale. Hopefully I see it, for 40 bucks would be a phenomenal price. Who knows? If I find it early, I most likely will buy it, and this video will mean nothing, but if I don't find it early, have to get it on release day, I'm definitely going to wait for a sale, and else the movie somehow blows me away, which we'll see if I even see that, but I just kind of want the Galactus, but yeah, probably wait for a sale. So let me know what you think of it, if you're going to pick it up or not. As important as this is for Marvel Lego sets, I think, with Galactus, even though it is a movie one, but thanks for watching, stay tuned, and see you in the next one.